Hello, this is Gavin Palmer with Hero Looking for Group coming to you from the throne room. Okay, I start with paths forward, creating opportunities for other people to teach you. That's what I'm doing. I create opportunities for other people to teach me, and I'm encouraging you to do the same, and I'm trying to lead by example. So I listened to Dave Rubin and Tulsi Gabbard, and I took some notes. Let's see. So I'll start at the end. Open and close a conversation. There is no better way to open and close a conversation than aloha. What is aloha? What is the spirit of aloha? It seems like the Christian spirit or the Holy Spirit in it. And here is the sentence: conversations where we can bring people together with different views and backgrounds and have a sincere exchange of ideas based on respect. That is the path forward. It's a good way to start, and it's a good way to end. I have been doing this. Look at my previous videos, or at least that's what I'm trying to do. I link my Discord server in the description for you to connect with me, to help me correct my errors, or to help you become aware of the videos that I put out. That is the spirit of aloha. The question is Tulsi going to lead by example? So I will send this video to her, and we will see if she will connect with me. All right. That's the question. Will you practice what you preach? All right. So let's get started. Tulsi was asked, what she plans on doing next, and she wants to be a strong voice and advocate for a lot of these issues, which center around our fundamental freedoms, which are under threat. So the thing Tulsi needs to recognize is that every time you create a law at the federal level, or a law at the level which is responsible for the largest organizations, so maybe even the global level, then that prohibits a behavior, and you are restricting freedom. So you have to be really careful about creating laws that prohibit behavior, and you have to, especially as that law influences and impacts more people. So this idea is that the solution underneath this idea is a decentralized pattern, right? A distributed and decentralized pattern. Advocate for small government. That's the pattern you should seek, or you should try and aim at. So that's one thing I think Tulsi and I could discuss, which is basically the foundation for maybe all of our other disagreements. And the foundation before that would be the spirit of aloha and how we actually embody that spirit in life, which I'm trying to do now. So try to embody the spirit of aloha, make yourself available, try to create opportunities for other people to teach you. And then the next thing I would teach someone who is trying to get into government is to aim for a pattern of small and local governments, which can then cooperate together and to respond to threats from large governments. So, Tulsi, I hope we see a major shift in our leadership. Yes, become the change you wish to see, Tulsi. And the tone that the POTUS sets is important, but it has to be more far-reaching than that, which is like creating our own networks and having conversations with people who disagree in the spirit of aloha. That is the more far-reaching change. The tone is not nearly as important as this: creating networks and having conversations in the spirit of aloha. So Tulsi thinks a bill for getting the vaccine to the elderly should have been the obvious first choice for this new government session. So you came up with this opinion from within your own bubble, and you aren't willing to have conversations with people like me who disagree. So that would be the challenge, right? Are these people who are making decisions at the federal level or at any level of government, are they having conversations with people who disagree? And obviously there needs to be a process by which this can happen. So there's a lot of different views and perspectives. All right. Tulsi, I think decisions should be made based on the best interest of the people instead of politically motivated decisions. Yeah, but how do we decide what is in the best interest of the people? And so, for example, we need to create our own networks to ideate on solutions. If that's the problem, is everybody has this arrogance that they can, magically become aware of the of the solution, or the best solution, or the solution that's in the best interest of the people, on their own. And no, that's not true. We need the help of other people. We need to be willing to help and willing to receive help. So, Tulsi, if we see each other as children of God, then we are motivated to help each other. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. But how can I help you if I can't connect with you? I say that because I tried to connect with Tulsi when she was running. I sent her a direct message on Twitter. Tulsi, I sent her some money too. We need to look to our leaders to bring about a spiritual change where there is a shift toward serving the people. But you need help. We each need help. We each bring strengths and weaknesses. Tulsi, there are many people who will not talk to those who are not pure. So she was referencing a question by Dave about a few representatives who, won't even have conversations with you. And I've experienced this as well with, family and friends who they just don't perceive me as being pure because I have not taken a position. Like they think I should have taken a position and their position. So therefore I'm not pure. So I understand the sentiment. But will you talk to people like me, Tulsi? Here's another one. By the way, let's record the conversation. Record it, and we can make it available however you see fit. It might just be made available to our spouses at first. So Tulsi, we are better when we are able to come together and have honest and real discussions where we can bring our differences to the table. Yes, lead by example, Tulsi. Tulsi, social media can be used in a positive way to track our political leaders. Yet tracking political leaders is something we need to do after we have connected with each other and formed our own interconnected networks. We have to understand why and how we got here. So we got here because you aren't talking to people like me. I gave you money. I sent you a DM on Twitter. I'm offering to manage your social media because you obviously aren't capable, right? That's the problem, is that these influential people that she talks about, give them the benefit of the doubt. It's hard to manage social media, and I would actually leverage technology, and I'm a software engineer. It's not something that a single human can do. And I would also leverage the crowd. So you can leverage your community to help you recognize signal from noise, and you can leverage technology and process. So let me help you. And we can develop that technology and process, show that it works, and then invite others to do so, and then create a list of people who are not interested in actually serving the people because they aren't using the technology and process that has been proven to work, that you have actually discovered / invented, or some of these people that I am listening to now would call it inventio, right? So Dave, did you often feel that this whole thing is just theater? I mean, it is. Everybody is basically, playing a role. And the question is, how well are you playing the role? So Tulsi is playing a role. It is a kind of theater, and she may be doing her best, and a lot of people may be doing their best, and they just need help, and they have to open themselves up to receive help. And it's hard. And everyone who watches this video, you could, for example, like and share with Tulsi if you think this video is the signal that she needs to receive. All right. So Dave asked, are you still involved in that big tech lawsuit? Tulsi. So here's the theme. The theme, where is it? the theme is Tulsi wants to use the institutions that have been set up. But Tulsi, you failed in your goals. You did not become president. You did not get selected. You did not get appointed by this administration yet. You were not selected as a vice president nominee. The judge did not rule in your favor. The parties, the media, and the big tech, they acted as a filter, and they shaped the elections, and they have shaped the culture, which has led to this violence. And that's how this starts. Is the Capitol is literally being stormed. What do you make of this? And she points the finger. That's wrong. Every time you point the finger, it's a mistake. You should be pointing it back at yourself, and you should be asking yourself what you can do different to improve the hell that you are in. You want to help improve, you want to help transform the hell you are in into heaven. Heaven is the goal. Maybe it's unattainable, but you are trying to move toward that goal. And so it would be great if Tulsi received this video and kind of heard these ideas, and everyone who receives this video can help her receive this video, which I think is signal. Hey, if you think that this is not the signal, then get in touch with me and let me know what you think the signal is. But securing America's Election Act, this is noteworthy, because so if we have a network of people, we want to be able to select people to play certain roles, and one of those roles, basically, the question is, well, what is an expert? So this logical fallacy is an appeal to authority, but there are legitimate reference to authority, and the question is, well, how do you determine who the authority is? What is an expert? And so an expert is able to predict. That's how you know what an expert is. So Tulsi was able to predict conflict. I was able to predict conflict. So you can make predictions about if you do not change, this kind of thing can happen, and you can make predictions about if you do this change, these kinds of things will happen. And so an expert is someone who is very good at predicting, and whatever it is, whether it's politics or whether it's science or whether it's history. I mean, how do you even predict history? Like I don't even necessarily value history, but except for helping you make predictions, right? That's the value of history. So there really aren't experts in history. There are experts who know how to use history to make predictions about the future. So, what is an expert? And I would say that Tulsi, this is a good point. So I think she has the right spirit. She's able to see some things. So she's an expert in some things in her ability to predict. And we need to build networks of people who are good at predicting, so they can come up with a solution and predict the outcomes. I mean, if you can do this, you can start a business and make a lot of money. But you can also, if you're not interested in money, you can also build organizations that solve real problems. And if you have smart people, maybe you can solve problems at every level so that you make money and you help people, right? So, hey, get in touch with me, please, Miss Gabbard. Please get in touch with me, Tulsi, and please help Tulsi connect with us. I say us, so everyone who watches this is part of the us, part of the network. And if you don't think this is a good signal to amplify and direct toward Tulsi Gabbard, then tell me about a different signal. Tell me about a different signal that Tulsi should be aware of, or tell me about a different signal that should be amplified and directed towards someone else. So in the world of the con game, or what people do when they try to get your credentials and take your money, they do fishing, spearfishing, and whaling. So this is whaling. I'm aiming at Tulsi. She's like the whale, and I need help reaching Tulsi. And so this is whaling. I need a network of people to help me go get the whale. All right. So are there other whales out there? And what are the signals for those whales? That's what that's the doing. That's what we're trying to do. So we're trying to help build our network, and we're trying to do these outreach activities. So get in touch with me. I'm going to end with the spirit of aloha, which is manifest in the form of a process known as Paths Forward by Elliot Temple, where we try to create opportunities for other people to teach us. All right. Thank you for your time. And I will talk to you later. I really appreciate your attention.